I mean, you want to talk about the game. If you're one of the 12 people like us nerds who watched it, that's great. The bottom line is, for the first time since 1981-82, Michigan State has now 4 straight years of double-digit losses.
That's a good pull by you.
Let's be real. They're going to lose 13 games this year, unless they do the unthinkable, which is win out, win the Big Ten tournament, or win it all.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say, well, they're going to lose to Purdue.
So there's 1. You're going to lose in the Big Ten tournament. There's 2. You'll lose in the NCAA tournament. Yes. That's 3. 13, 52 losses in 4 years. And you know what kills me? This conference blows. MSU should be running this thing. This is a ridiculous thing. So I've just asked the question. Have we gone full Plaid? Have we gone full Kenny Holland? We've gone full Holland. This is the wings at the end of it, where the only thing the program has, or organization, as the Canadians would say, is the streak. Mm-hmm. Well, if it meant Tom making real changes, I'm happy to lose the streak.
Or like the Palace, the Pistons streak.
The sellout streak? Please. David, if you have thoughts, first of all, I mean, I know you hate your program because, hell, Michigan you should be jealous of State, and that ain't saying much.
I am.
But if you have a thought, feel free, and then I'd love if you take a text, and we'll get some callers.
My thought here about Michigan State is the standard, I thought, was excellence at Michigan State. And it doesn't seem to be that way with the coach anymore. He doesn't go out and get players that he knows that are on the portal or whatever that are going to be that guy. It's not happening anymore for the program.
You know what,
and
David,
it's on him.
No, and it's funny. Fault. It's funny because I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of coaches are leaving, because and I don't want to steal something from Mike because he's got a topic later on.
No. Go ahead.
But I think it's why coaches walk away. I don't know how to coach you anymore. I don't know what strategy to use anymore. I don't know, do I go out and I buy a bunch of players and go the Rick Pitino Kentucky route? That's not working for him. Do I try to develop players, like you see out at Gonzaga? Well, that's not really working for them. Like, there is no set way of doing it now. It's all brand new that Tom, for some reason, has gone backwards and said, no more portal people. It used to, gone are the days where, like the Denzel Valentine team that lost to Middle Tennessee, or the Miles Bridges, Jaren Jackson that lost to Syracuse, that had so much talent, and you were disappointed because you were like, that was your chance to win it all. Now it's, hey, fingers crossed, let's get past Foster Lawyer and make it to the second round. That was last year.
And that's what I mean about the erosion of the program. Making it to the second round is not supposed to be this grand celebration.
David, let me offer you something. Okay? You talk about, like, I love Clemson's sign, which says the standard is the standard, right? Now, again, I don't think Dabo's doing everything to live up to that standard.
He hates the portal, too.
Right. My point is, David, it's 4 straight years of at least 10 losses. How many 10-loss seasons does Bill Self have in the last 23 years at 4 different schools? Oral Roberts, Tulsa, Kansas, the whole bit.
I'm going to go, you said David. Go ahead,
No,
David.
no, both. Please play along. Illinois as well. Go ahead.
I'll say 3.
Okay, David?
I was going to say 5.
2.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
2. So the standard is the standard. Oh, well, Bill Self's a scumbag. Yeah, I know. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, that's why I said Kansas, to me, is the only real blue blood because they will always be good. Year in and year out. They may not win it all, but they're going to be a top team. They're going to get a 1 seed. At worst, they'll be a 2 seed in the tournament.
But that's what I thought Michigan State was supposed to be.
Thank you.
They were supposed to be.
When I see the Big Ten standings, as a college basketball fan, you're supposed to always see Michigan State at the top of that Big Ten, and you're saying, wow, they fighting for a 2 seed or a 3 seed in the tournament.
You're right. But David, here's what it got lost during that whole COVID haze when nobody was really paying attention. That recruiting classes were not good. And you're seeing the fruits of the labor where now you do have a Maddie Sissoko out there.
But there's a correction for that, and it is the portal.
And that bothers me right there because you went out and got Joey Hauser. It took him a year to get adjusted, but it worked. You went out and got Tyson Walker. It took him about a half a year, but now all of a sudden he's your guy. and then you just said, no, I'm not going to do that. You got to mix the two. You can't just go full, because you're not bringing in top 25 kids that you're recruiting.
So just so we're clear, the recruiting's not where it needs to be. And here's the other thing. If I have to hear about this ballyhooed freshman class one more time, my head's going to explode. Cohen Carr can't shoot a basic jumper. Well, he ain't that good. Booker apparently can't play. Now, I don't know why Tom refuses, because lordy, you keep running 3 corpses out there. I can't believe Xavier Booker isn't transferred.
If you could combine Carr and Booker and give Booker Carr's defense, this is where we look. I didn't recruit him.
No, but you get my point. Your job is to recruit ballers,
right? Players.
And you supplement with the portal. If you know you need a year from Cohen Carr to develop, or Xavier Booker, you know what Tom should have been doing? Get the effing portal. And go get a 6'7" wing who's not a complete flake half the games. Malik Hall is either awesome or unplayable.
See, I think for Malik Hall, it was late, but the switch turned on a la Darrell Summers in that tournament, where all of a sudden it was just like, where has this been your entire career? That's where Malik Hall is right now. David, I'm setting myself up for this, but you know what? Screw it. Let's have some fun. Here's the problem, Mike. You recruited those kids. You weren't expecting big things out of Carr. You weren't expecting big things out of Booker, because Tom gambled on Cooper, Maddie, and Jackson Kohler.
So they did a bad job.
And he swung and missed on all 3.
Look, my whole point, too, is like, if people get upset where I go, look, the program for the first time since 81-82 is 4 straight years losing 10 or more games. That, to me, is ass.
Well, that's not acceptable. That's not you making up things. That's
right. Now, I know, because I know what people will do. Oh, well, it could be worse. You could be, what, Boston College? When have I ever comped Michigan State and Tom Izzo to BC? Or, like, just don't do that.
No.
Or you could be DePaul. No.
Or you could be the team down the road where they were. I mean, no offense, David, but
go ahead.
Beeline had Michigan turned around, and Beeline was doing it the other way, where he was just going out getting people, and it was working. And it was people that nobody else wanted, but they fit his system. Michigan was winning, and they were winning big time, and they were winning the Big Ten. They were winning the tournaments, and they were going far in the tournament, and then they flipped the switch, and they went to Juwan, and now they've hit rock bottom for the first time in like the 6. I think that's the purgatory for some fans, is what's next. Because for some people like you, Mike, let's see what other options are out there. For other people, it's like, I don't want to give this up, because if I do, there may be nothing else out there, and I don't want to see my program bad. No, I don't want to become Tennessee football, where it used to be every year it was Tennessee, and now, it's Tennessee.
It's just funny to me from the outside looking in, when you have Tom Izzo, who wants to be so involved in making sure the football program is where it needs to be. But, sir, go across the street. Right. What are you doing?
Your own house has just caught fire. Wow. And again, for people to say
David with the deep 3.
No, David, you just did it.
What? Wow. David with the Steph Curry, Caitlin Clark logo 3.
But he's not wrong.
He's not. That's what I'm like, wow.
I mean, think about it. 52 losses in 4 years. And I'm not supposed to be upset by that. We'll get your phone calls next. I'm into it. 97.1.